Hey everybody, it's Gail, and today I have a little fishy friend. This adorable little blowfish buddy is courtesy of a pattern from Pierrot Yarns, also known as Gosyo Yarns, which is a Japanese yarn company with a huge archive. I've talked about them before when I've worked on some of their other patterns. The reason I say both names, both Pierrot and Gosyo, is because it's Pierrot Yarns on Ravelry, but to get to the website with the big archive, it's Gosyo, which is like I think the corporation that runs Pierrot. I'm not sure, so that's why I always say both names. So yeah, this is a cute little bowl from Pierrot slash Gosyo, and it is a Japanese pattern, so it is fully charted with minimal written instructions. So of course, if you don't like charts, this is not going to be one for you. But also, maybe even if you don't like charts, it's so cute you'll put up with it a little bit. So the original instructions are for sport weight yarn. When I was looking, I wanted something quick and cute to make, and I didn't have any sport weight yarn in the house at the time, but I did have fingering weight, so he's a fingering weight fish. And so the gold is Knit Picks Lindy chain, and then the multicolor that you can see on the alternating rows is from a discontinued 100% cotton fingering weight from the Joanne store brand, the K plus C, which is a disappointment because I really liked working with it, but you know, it happens. And so what you do is you make the bowl itself. You start at the bottom, you work in the round, and then you do alternating rows of shells. And then you finish off with a couple of rounds of single crochet at the top just to give it a good shape. And then you make the little tiny fins and the tail, and then the backing for the eyes. And then I'm really excited because the instructions specifically have you go and find googly eyes, which A+ work. Oh, and he's got a little tiny mouth, which was the weirdest part of this for me because you make the ring and then you do a row and then you have to sew the ring you have to sew the ring sideways onto the face. But I mean, look at him, he's so cute. And then you will also notice that like the fins are looking pretty good and the overall shape of the bowl is looking pretty good, and that is because I busted out the fabric stiffener. So I've been using more fabric stiffener this year just because I've been working on more projects that call for it. And I chose this particular fabric stiffener. This is Stiffy by Plaid, because Plaid also makes Mod Podge, and I know Mod Podge works, so you know, a little brand loyalty there for you. And the way that you work with this, it's super easy. There are instructions on it. I just took a paintbrush and dipped it in here and then painted this little guy all over, let him dry, went back later, checked him out. He wasn't quite as upstanding as I wanted him to be, so I coated him again, and then I got this great shape that I wanted. This is fun because it's fun and cute. It's one of those little things you can do. If you have a beach bathroom, this is definitely the guy for you. This dude just hangs out on our coffee table, honestly, and holds whatever, usually like pens and post-it notes. So the other thing is that like I am so tempted, honestly, to just make more and more of these in different yarn sizes. I just am 9 projects behind right now. And if I do that, I will likely not be using the fabric stiffener after around worsted weight. After that, because the fabric stiffener works by soaking into the threads, I would probably start doubling up yarn or working with much stiffer yarns to get the bowl shape on its own. But I think it's totally doable if you want a larger bowl. You just got to kind of work with the knowledge of when the fabric stiffener is not going to be able to do the job it needs to do to get the right shape, and then switch to something like this. Would look really cute if you are more minimalist in your color scheme. I think this would look really cute done in hemp or jute. Macrame twine would be fun to work with to make one of these, I think. So, you know, you've got some options. I will link to the pattern down in the basement, as I always do, and I will also link to the main page of the Pierrot slash Gosyo archive, because as always, it is immense and it has knitting and crochet patterns. They're very easily labeled. Tons take a couple of hours, find a lot of stuff to work on. They're all shorted, like I said. And also, the other caveat I always put on it when I work on these patterns is to remember the starting chain does not include the turning chains. When they tell you the starting chain number when you're looking at the schematic, it will not include the number of turning chains. Now, if you look at the chart itself, the turning chains will be there. So I just always like to remind about that because it could throw off your stitch count really easily if you don't remember to look for that. All right, so me and this guy are going to go party. And if you like what I do here, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, all of that fun stuff. And I will see you when I see you.